Hi, I'm Dr. Waldy Hanser, and in this presentation I will discuss some of our work on funeral music. It is important to note that what music is chosen at a funeral is strongly dependent on, for example, the culture, religion, and country one belongs to. In this study, we focused on frequently used funeral music in the Netherlands, which is a highly secularized Western European country. Here, cremations are the most common form of funerals, and the most played songs are pop songs. These songs tend to be specifically selected by the deceased or bereaved and can be considered as a musical eulogy in which these songs say something about the departed's life. Consider, for example, the music that was played at the deceased's wedding. Freedom of choice is substantial. However, despite this personalized selection of music, there is considerable overlap between people's choice of song. In the present archival work, we consider music and lyric characteristics of the most played songs to find out what it is about them that makes them particularly suited for the funerary purpose, in addition to their personal relevance. We compared 150 songs with Dutch and English lyrics frequently used at funerals to a similar amount of popular control songs. These stimuli were artist matched, meaning that if we had a funeral song by Whitney Houston, we would use a, according to Spotify, popular control song by her as well. For music characteristics, we looked at values available from Spotify. Compared to pop songs in general, funeral music was, as one might expect, lower in valence, energy and danceability. It was higher in acousticness and most often in a major mode. Tempo did not differ significantly in this sample. There was, however, a trend, and in a larger follow-up study, funeral music was found to be slower. These findings lead us to conclude that funeral songs sound somewhat sad, tender, and calming. The increased acousticness allows for a focus on the lyrics and makes this music feel intimate and personal. We analyzed these lyrics with linguistic inquiry and word count software. We investigated several word categories, of which I will highlight a few here. We found an increased use of second-person pronouns in future-focused words in funeral songs. In addition, songs were not particularly negative in terms of emotional valence, but the most low-valence words expressed sadness, and significantly more so in funeral songs. Recently, second-person pronouns, you and yours, have been associated with increased commercial success and popularity. It is assumed that when we encounter these words in songs, we think of people important to us, especially when you is the object of the sentence. A perfect example, also of a funeral song, is Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You, in which you is the object. When we hear this song, we do not believe that Whitney Houston is singing to us, but we consider someone important to ourselves. In a funerary setting, this could be considered a final message from or to the departed or others present as a message of support. For funeral songs and the musical eulogy, the presence of these messages that emphasize specific feelings or social bonds may be especially relevant. As songs heard at a funeral are almost never written with the specific deceased in mind, only parts of the lyrics may apply, such as the chorus or the title. This may result in unexpected song choices such as Adele's Someone Like You, which is a typical breakup song. Taken together, most funeral songs sound comforting and tender. Lyrically, a lot of emphasis is put on a relationship that withstand the test of time and loss. In addition to existing associations with the music, the lyrics may express and help establish continuing bonds with the deceased. These continuing bonds are the emotional connection that a bereaved person maintains with the departed long after death. These connections can play a valuable role in the mourning process, emphasizing the importance and consideration of funeral music as songs of consolation. In the present study, we considered the music used in the Netherlands. By now, we have replicated these findings for both music characteristics and lyrics for other Western European countries. If you're interested, have a look at these and upcoming papers. Thank you so much for your attention, and if there's any questions, feel free to contact me.